Looks like we are free to struggle for a better life once more. Here's Court of Dogs. It looks like it's doing pretty well here with 74%. I made $1 million on week 4, which is pretty good. So let's go ahead and give it a little bit more showings. We'll bring it down to here. It's probably too many, but we'll go ahead and give it a wide range here just to, you know, let it do as best as it can. And then why don't we go like 3 weeks in on the advertising? It's fine. Okay, welcome back to Hollywood Animal, everyone. Hope you're having a great day today. Our operation was unsuccessful. My level 4 just refuses to succeed in anything he does in his life, so he's just never gonna get to level 5, man. He just fails in everything he does. Can't Wait to Be Yours is on its 3rd month, and I think after its 3rd month, it's time to call it quits on that. Let's set that one to bed. And yeah, like as far as like agents go, we have a level 4, and then I've got a level 3 that's training right now to be level 4. So like I got to get them to max level, I guess. I don't know how to do that. It just seems like they're persistently very expensive to train up that high. My contract has expired, but I'd be happy to work together, assuming you're interested, of course. Yes, of course. I definitely want to get you up there, Alvin. There you go. I'm going to start trimming, I think, our staff a little bit, trying to become a little bit more leaner as an organization. Just a little bit. We have a lot of people, and I don't think we need quite as many people as we need. Alvin's somebody that I'm going to keep. Obviously, 5 years is the contract here, but you know, for like producers are fine. But I think I want to set ourselves up to be like this. Let's say the top 4 producers and the top, let's go 8 directors, top 8 cinematographers, etc. And then that's it. No more than that. Now, actors is a little bit more tricky because you got to have like multiple actors in a movie, but you'd only need 1 director. You only need 1 cinematographer. You only need 1 producer. Although later on, you might need more than that. So maybe we'll do top 6. We'll say top 6 of every category. That way we can do 6 movies in this area here at once. And then that will be how we, you know, quality control in that way. I mean, we're making great money, even on these lower budget films, lower end films. We're still making great money. And I can go into a film like, you know, Shadow of the Former Man here. And I can, you know, start the project like this. And I can get a cinematographer like Everett Daniel and a soundstage. We can go C1 with it even. And that will give us higher quality locations at a lower budget than the... I think it's, yeah, much lower budget and much less time than anything else here. But there's a lot of locations in this script, and I don't think I can put my great talent on this. Also, I don't know if it's true, so keep this in mind, but I've been told in the comments by people I assume know this, because, like, why else would you come in and say this in the comments if you didn't know it somehow? Apparently, these quality hash marks are not comparable directly to each other. And what I mean by that is the newer technology is always better than the older technology, even if it has lower quality like ratings. Like this one has 6, and the 6 here are again, according to comments. I don't know how you're measuring this. I'd love to know a more specific breakdown on how you're knowing the numbers behind this, but like these 6 quality hash marks are a lower quality than these 4 quality hash marks, even though, you know, I think what would help if there was some kind of numerical value placed on it, you know? Like if it was like, this is an 80.6 and this one here is an 88.4 or something, you know, like a numerical value that is clearly better. Would be better. Like this is 4 in economy, which is why it's cheaper. This is 2 in economy, which it's more expensive. And so when I bring this to 4 in the economy, am I going to see these in the same price? Well, probably not, but I don't know that. So that's the thing. Maybe you're measuring it like that, but these are not comparable is what I'm being told. So I'm going to choose the newer technology, but it's just like it seems very weird for them to put some kind of ranking system or fairly arbitrary ranking system on there like that. We can put, let's give Ricardo. You need more experience. We'll put Ricardo on this one. It looks like a film that's more your caliber. We have, for directors, we can give this one to Harley, I suppose. But see, they're locked at 8s and 9s. And I think I want to stay at 8 and above on everybody here. So if anyone's like Leland, for example, he's been great, but I don't need this many people, right? Hubert O'Brien, I don't need this many people. Yeah, like for the factory stuff, it's nice to have these guys around, but I can do it as like a 1 movie contract and then just hold them in 1 movie. And if the factory ever pops up, then I just use them for that. You know, it's one of those things. So I don't know. I am also curious on how it works with contracts in this game with regards to, let me just make sure this is happening for now. Let's do this. Yeah, let's give it to Harley. How it works with contracts when I say that you're on the hook for 1 movie. Does that mean that they're under contract with me, so they can't work with anyone else? If that was the case, I should go down the entire list of talent and just get everyone for 1 movie and just hold the line. And then presumably my competitors wouldn't be able to use them. So I could get a really great actress or a really great actor and just be like, I want you for 1 movie. And then just, that's it. If I can't afford them. I mean, if I can afford to use them, I should probably use them if they're good. But yeah. We'll put Scott Fuller in as the working man for this one, just because he can get up to an 8. So that's fine. You're capped at 7s. You capped at 6. See, these are the kinds of things where I feel like I should probably just not have them, but I'm going to have maybe keeping them around if they're lower level, but keeping them around if they're stars, just to add to the sales potential on that might be a good idea. You know, one of those things. So we'll start that project there. And then I thought I had somebody that was very close to leaving me and I wanted to get them in there. This looks like it has very few story elements. So let me get this one. Homer, we can have Homer do this one, and we'll use the C2 soundstage for you. That'll be good. If we go a location for the island, it will give me a higher quality star, but he's not necessarily going to shoot at higher quality. So I'm gonna go 2 here, and then again we can take the blue term vivid, and I'm just gonna give everything to every film at this point. I have enough money to do so. So I was looking for whose contract was about to expire, and I thought for sure I had somebody that was very close to expiration, but I'm not seeing them anymore. So I guess I'll leave this alone. I can do Terry on this one, give him some experience on this one, and then we could put they say Timothy Hart on that. Our retired legend should probably be somebody that's of age to, you know, actually portray a retired person. Here it is. Yeah, Tom Norris has 103 days. So I'm just not able to use him unless it's a really, you know, short shoot. But I'm just going to have to wait it out now. His contract is going to expire anyway. So good for you. You get to have nothing to do for a little while. We'll have Owen Olsen do that. And then our evil witch could be Wanda. That's probably fine for this film. Here you go. Okay, so we'll get a couple more movies going. But I think I'm going to start trimming my staff and just kind of, you know, only keeping people of a certain caliber and then only making movies of a certain caliber. I'm not entirely sure how the dynamics of the industry in terms of, you know, how many movies I should release. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to change next year, or I guess in 1942 really is where it will change mostly. Let's go ahead and do second unit on that. It's fine. And then we also need to start making war movies as well. So we could start writing scripts for that. And getting those scripts starting, like the writing process going for that. And I'm gonna maybe call this one the Breach. Ooh, I was gonna go Beach, but now I accidentally hit the R, and now I like the Breach. So we're gonna do the Breach. This is gonna be an action drama. Yeah, this is an action drama. Something about like this should be good. And it's gonna take place in World War II Europe, obviously. We're gonna need to have a lot of World War II movies here. And we're going to use, Soldier, probably best for this. Antagonist, I don't know if we have the appropriate antagonist for this. It's possible that a new antagonist shows up next year. And if that's the case, I want to hold off and not use Soldier, right? Yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll get him, let's not use Soldier for a protagonist this time around. Let's use... how about a night? Last Survivor could work, but I like using this for the war movies too. It should be pretty good still. Spirited young lady, a working man. Maybe there's a warrior of some kind here. Personal beliefs more important than any other. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we could use for the theme in this. And I don't think I want to use tyrant anymore. I want to hold off on that. So we could say old friend turned enemy sounds good for this particular film. We can get the sidekick in here. We can get the rival in here. Nah, I don't like the rival. The right-hand man, probably, because it's free. Like, it'll never go stale is what I mean. So we could use that. Pretty much anything that never goes stale, we could just use it over and over again. It's actually quite nice. So love interest is probably not appropriate for this one. Damsel in distress probably won't be great on this one. So I'm going to hold off on that. So on the themes and events side of things, I'm thinking for a warrior, one last job doesn't work. Close one dies. Protagonist close one dies. I still think that's better to wait for the movies, for the war movies there. Maybe protecting the witness would be all right, but that's like, what's the story really? What's the script? What's happening in this that would cause there to be like a witness I have to protect, you know? Train job. Thrilling chase probably is not that appropriate for the war movie. We can't use struggle because it's going to be stale if I do it. Social rejection, probably not a thing. And then our finale is going to be like boy becomes a man. So this is like a young warrior then. I don't know if this is appropriate for this whole theme. I feel like that's not where we want to be here. Antagonist defeated, but evil persists. Yeah, maybe antagonist, maybe that's it. Maybe the evil persists. And so to getting us to the evil persisting, I think maybe we go with, let's say there's a prison break at some point in this movie. And we could use profanity. It's a war movie, right? There's going to be some stuff there. Final showdown would make sense, but I kind of like to save that. I'm going to save that for our war movie sprint. We could then fight the hypocrisy of American life, which really doesn't make sense in Europe so much. Crime of necessity could make sense in this case. This could make sense. I'm sure there's a script here. There's a story here that you can see would make sense. Now, as far as freelancers go, holy crap, really, Joe Hughes? You're kidding me, right? Joe Hughes. 142. Surely you jest. Holy moly. Yes, please. Why would I not hire you for that? Are you kidding me? 4-time award-winning Joe Hughes. $142 a month to write that script. Okay. Sounds great. Thanks for that. Lee Baker, head of security, says, every spring, some old colleagues of mine get together in a scheduled spot in Vermont. Sorry, a secluded spot in Vermont. It's a bit of a trek, but they're like family to me. I'd go to the ends of the earth for them, especially since our old captain promised he'd be coming this time. He's been ill the past few years, but apparently he's back on his feet now. I can't tell you exactly what he does these days. He works for the government, you know, but he told me about a curious fellow named Morty Spritz. He's an odd bird, moves somewhere new every 6 months, sometimes more often than that. He inherited a sizable fortune from his uncle, but he lives modestly. Wherever he moves, he finds himself a job as a post office clerk. And our Morty spends all of his money publishing an anonymous newspaper called The Bone Grinder. Ah. Sounds familiar, right? Yeah. He constantly changes printing houses and runs everything through shell companies. That's probably why he wanders all over the country, to avoid being tracked down. So this Morty is no idiot, but we're still smarter. Right now, he's held up in Felton, a small town north of here. Should we send a couple of our guys to say hello? You better not take too long or we'll be off someplace new again. I mean, we should, right? It doesn't give me any consequences either way. We got to figure out who he is, so let's go ahead and do it. Okay, the trick worked. Sweet. Verlioka, the forest giant. You know what? We could run it one more time. It's getting not that many views. It's a very small distribution at this point. We can just bring it right down. Let's just pop it at like 500 for the first one, 400 for here, 300 for here, 200 for here, you know. Something like that. I that's fine. I think it's interesting that somehow there's a gap. I'm not sure what the gap is about. Like, what? Why is there a gap? It's kind of weird. Okay. No big deal, I guess. Maybe that movie's bugged now. Asphalt Skin. Same thing. We only had 17% attendance. There. This thing died. Wow. Week 1. Okay, hold on a second here. Week 1 grossed 2.3 million on half attendance. So you're saying I only got about, 6,000, 7,000 or so. Wow. That's kind of nuts. It did horribly, didn't it? It sure did. We'll go 1,000 on this one, even though it's not worth it. I'll go 800 here. Let's go 600 here. And let's say 500 here. It's probably not even going to do that well, but we'll do that. And then I'm not sure it's worth advertising for, to be honest. It made 400 grand. So, I mean, I guess if I go like this, it probably pays for itself. We'll see how that goes. All right, the script results for The Sheriff Must Intervene. That's one of the ideas that we're promising is what that is. So Eric Felkis, our screenwriter there. So he's come in with some stale elements, though. Some lowbrow humor. That's not a huge deal. We could still use it for that, but we can't use it for untamed sex and protagonist avoids punishment. These are two things I can't use because of the code. I can shelve this for now. If we write it later, though, we will need to deal with the code. So we can shelve it for now, though. And then I do want to check out my writers really quick. So because Eric is no longer doing anything, I would like you to focus on getting me additional antagonists. I want to see if there's a more appropriate one for war movies. Here we go. So thank you for your understanding. Is done with pre-production. It's good. It kind of reminds me of pretty much any movie that starts with thank you for is going to remind me of thank you for smoking. That movie. Okay, so let's have security get on the set for this one. We can do the factory, and I think might as well. So yeah, let's do it. We can even go second unit and make this whole movie done in 45 days, which is crazy. Might as well kick it out as fast as possible. So we need to take down the creator of the Bone Grinders. To do that, we need to send 2 agents of level 5 or higher. I'm sorry, there is higher than level 5. They go higher than level 5. I haven't been able to get someone to be level 5. My level 4 just insists on failing in everything he does. And one of my level 3s is currently undergoing training to get to level 4. Nope, not you. One of you are getting training right now. Is it you? It's you. Jose Martinez, but 72 days left in that, and that's only a 50-50 shot. This guy here, he's so close to doing it on his own, and I didn't want to spend the 50-50 money on that. I wanted him to just be successful in the things I'm giving him, but it doesn't look like he's going to get there very much. Paralyzing Fear is now ready to release, as is 1992, both releasing at the same time. Let's see how well they do. We have a B- for Paralyzing Fear. This movie, just reminding myself, I didn't write it. It's very few. It's really not that great of a script. It was capped at 6 anyway, and yeah, there's very, very few elements, which probably means B- is mostly not because it's not because of the targeting. It's just because of the quality of the movie. So not a whole lot I could do about that one, but it'll still make money. That's fine. And then 1992, I think it's C+ seems a little bit low, but I mean, again, same thing. It's not that good of a movie. So I suppose that makes sense here. We got very few elements in this as well, so I guess. And we'll go ahead and let her rip. They're gonna make They're gonna make money. It's gonna be fine. So yeah, I don't think I can actually send anybody to the Bone Grinder because it won't let me send lower level agents. So hopefully we get another chance to find him later. Because I mean, I really hope that they didn't make this quest to where you have to have 2 level 5 agents by this arbitrary date in 1940. Otherwise, you just don't get it. Like not knowing that ahead of time, that would kind of suck. So I'm hoping what happens is, oh, we lost him this time, but we figured out where he is this time. by some other means, right? We want to track him down and figure out kind of where he is, and then we can go investigate him at a later date, is what I'm kind of hoping it lets me do. Court of Dogs just finished its 2nd month. It's got a little bit of money. You know, we could still do, yeah, got like another 600 showings here, 500 here, 400 here, 300 here, kind of thing. Sure, just do something like that. Again, another gap. I'm not sure why that is, but oh, okay. And then Gertrude Ross wants to renew. We're definitely going to keep her around. 8.0 actress, award-winning, etc. But we're doing movie contracts for the women just because they are less likely to be used in the number of movies for those years. So I will keep them around for 5 movies. Same thing for you, Russell Ramsey. 8.0. I like that. I'm actually going to go... We'll go 5 years for you, actually. And let's give you the good one, I guess, because it's something. Yeah, you don't have any of these things. That's fine. I can afford it now, so there's no reason to pay more later. So go. So 5 years for you as well, sir. And then Smoke Trail is done. And I believe this is the movie that we want for the factory. So this is our 60% detective with Hubert O'Brien directing movie. And it's a beautiful movie, isn't it? Filming results have it pinned at 9. Very nice. Let's start post-production immediately. And yeah, the best of the best of the best, sir. Right there. Probably want to put a protection on Edgar. That's the other reason to start trimming the staff, is just so I can have everybody protected. I can't do that with as many staff as I have. But we can maybe get your... can we get your happiness up just a little bit? Your loyalty, I mean, just... There we go, just a little bit. I mean, it's probably not going to affect your performance. I think happiness affects your performance more, but... I just like those green bars, you know. So we have 76 days to release that movie. We're probably going to have to rush the print, but otherwise, I think we'll be in good shape. This is going to take 33 days, so we'll have... yeah, we'll have to rush the print. We'll have to use the more expensive print for that, but that's okay. We have the money to do that, and it's going to be fine. Because we won't have the 6 weeks to work with there. Speaking of 6 weeks, got to be getting pretty close to technology invention. That's not 6 weeks, but it's 120 days is, you know, we're getting there. Pretty close. You know, what is that, like 10 weeks? Something like that, 120 days? 20 weeks. 22 weeks. Something like that, yeah. 22 weeks, I think. I'm just off the top of my head there. Vacation ends in death. What a great name. Stale elements, it's 7.0. You're using generational conflict. We won't have that until the middle of next year. But it's nice that you wrote the script. I appreciate it. We'll shelve it for now. And then, again, my writers, I want you looking for things that are going to help me make better war movies. So I'm thinking, let's have you look for more themes and events. I don't need another setting. We have World War II Europe as a setting, so we're fine there. But you just look for more things that might help me write better war movies later. Torture in captivity would be good. You know, for a war movie script, and not actually good. But yeah. Torture, suffering torture at the hands of the enemy figures into the plot somehow. Love it. Keep going with that. You're on the right track there, buddy. All right. It is written. Post-production results give it... it's basically the same thing as it was. So we can go ahead and release this one too. And... oh, there's a little dragon on there. Huh? All right. That's cool. Let's go ahead and get this to be a little after Escape from Springfield. We can maybe put it right here. And we're at 7.3. So how about we put this at like there, and then like maybe here, and then down about there, and then down about like say there. Get the 6 weeks on the filming, and let's go. Let's get the advertising in. There we go. It's young men, and then pretty much we're good here on all these other ones. So we'll go here. Apply. And I don't think there are any real dirty tricks to do here, but let's just see. No, I didn't think so. I probably should maybe focus. I don't know if it's worth it, but like focusing on who will do the dirty tricks as a basis of hiring. Oh no. Ah, shit. It was bound to happen. I forgot about the police protection. It was bound to happen, you know? Like, sooner or later, I'm going to forget to renew that sucker. And all of my shit's going to get taken. I just forgot about that. It expired a long time ago. Oh, there's so many bad things that just got taken. I have to do it all over again. This is the good thing about having so much money, though, is that you can afford to take hits like this. I mean, seized for inspection. Hey, that's a perfectly legal thing there, okay? I don't know about those, but, you know, these things are fine, okay? They're not illegal. Seized my cash. You took half my cash. Ugh. That's brutal. That's brutal. I have to do it all over again. Because police cars were blocking the road, Bill Ramsey couldn't leave the studio on time and was late for an important meeting. In a fit of anger, he called the police officer shit in a cap and inexplicably took a revolver out of his glove compartment. Yeah, that is very inexplicable. In a panic, the police officer shot Bill Ramsey in the knee. The actor will be in the hospital for at least 4 months. Oh, and then jail, right? And then jail. And then prison for many years. And he's taken... like, ow. He took a pistol out. Oh, what is this? More? During the police raid, Harry Daniels was walking around the studio grounds in costume, wearing a cowboy outfit and a revolver. Frightened by the weapon, the police twisted the actor's arms, badly injuring him. It was only later that they figured out he wasn't going to attack anyone. The doctors give Harry Daniels 2 months before he's back on set. Oh my gosh. This is why you need police protection. I totally forgot about it. It was bound to happen at some point, you know? Like, it expired, and I'm like, okay, cool, we'll renew that, but let me go off and do other things, and then, yeah. The good news is, right, we have lots and lots of money, and we have lots and lots of, we can get all that stuff back. So first off, let's go ahead and, you know, punish myself here by getting a luxurious banquet instead. Let's do that. The next thing is we need to buy all those things again, which means getting another secret. I assume the secret is now gone. No, it's still there. Well, I guess we're going to have to just remove it again. It's going to be fine. Illegal gifts. We need to, when you do this, you want to get a lot of them. Just get a lot of them. And because you're going to have the secret anyway. So you might as well get a whole bunch of them all in one go here. So I'm going to get 20 of each. Yeah, we'll just get 20 of each one. So we have them on standby for everyone later. There we go. You see, I didn't learn my lesson at all. And then on the gift side here, we'll get, let's say 30 of these because we can. We'll go ahead and get 30 of these. Nope, not 130. Wow. No, okay, I can't delete the one. That's fun. Fine, 21 of them. And then down. Thank you. That's not 30, but okay. And then we'll get 30 of these as well. Okay. Now our risk of leak. Oh, good. It just goes like that. Well, isn't that great? I had no idea it would go up that high. I figured it was up 1 or 2 levels, but I guess it goes up 1 level for each one I do. I think that's why. It was every single one that I did went up an extra level. But the baseline is here anyway. Ah, that's stupid. Well, we got to get rid of that secret then. Hopefully my level 4 is ready for this. And then why don't we go ahead and get that police protection now, yeah? Just so we can't get raided another month in a row kind of thing. Maybe we get a raid on competitors. I'd like to do that, but how about we start with some cinema raids for this duration? I think so. We'll take that. Get us some cinema raids, and then while we're doing that, we can also get a raid on our competitors, because you know it was one of these people doing all of this. And I feel like for the higher quality caliber movies they're providing, you know, Supreme is probably the studio that's got the most drugs. They're very creative over there, so I'm going to have them rated. So we're going to do that. And I might think, oh, Gernstein should have been the target, but I mean, in true, like last award show, they were pretty good, but Supreme has some really high quality movies and stuff that they've done in the past year, and they've kind of taken some awards from me, so I wanted to go over there and say hello with a few badges in their face. All right. Asphalt Skin was, in my opinion, quite a failure, but it's okay. At least we get to see the police raids, and if you've never seen what a police raid is like, well, that's what it's like. There you go. Leroy Newton. Dealing with the police is always unpleasant, but there's nothing to be afraid of unless you have something to hide or you're not adequately prepared. Why not plant one of our own people at the police station to find out in advance about upcoming raids? Oh, hey, that's not a bad idea. We should probably do that. Hey, Harry Daniels. Aren't you injured? We'll recover in 0 days. Oh, maybe it was the other guy. I thought you were, I thought you just got beat up by the cops. Dude, you're so expensive, though. Like, holy moly, you're expensive. 12,000. My goodness, sir. Sir. Can we be reasonable here? No? No reasonable? Nothing reasonable about this? $1.5 million for 5 years? There's nothing really all that reasonable about this. You didn't even win any awards. I feel like I should probably say no to you. You know? Should I say no to this guy right now? I can always hire him later. I'm going to say no to him right now. I'm out. Goodbye. World War II Africa. Okay, that's lesser talked about, but all right. Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, we can take that. We can go down that road. That's cool. War is hell. It's like they heard me, and they're just getting things for me that I asked for. Isn't that great? Death, destruction, hunger, broken destinies, and crippled souls. Yeah, just keep going. Yeah, every single thing you guys have found so far has been perfect for war movies. So I'm digging it. Thank you guys. Keep finding them. Keep finding things. What else we got going on here? That trick didn't work. It's a 90% to succeed, by the way. Bill Ramsey's in the hospital and can't participate. Well, that would probably be why. Yeah, that it's a little hard to. The 90% was when he was healthy. Okay, I think being in the hospital probably significantly reduces the odds of success. Let's go 1,000 here. We'll go 1,000 here too, because we can, I guess. Why not? We'll go down to, let's say, 800 here. Well, it's only 37% now. Hang on. Now that's actually higher. We should go higher than this. I'm gonna go 3,000 for the first. Let's go 2,000 for the second. We'll go 1,400 for the third, and then 1,000 for the fourth. We'll do that instead. Let's add a little bit more advertising for it and send it on its way. Yeah, same thing here. Did pretty good. 312,000 for that one. We can maybe bring this down to, like, say 2,300 for the first week, and then let's say 1,800 for the second week, 1,400 for the third, and 1,000 for the fourth. Let's go like that. Same thing on the ads. We'll extend it 2 weeks. Call it good. All right then. So it really doesn't have. Yeah, security guy leveled up. That's great. Not the right one. I would rather have had the level 4 level up, but that didn't happen. Man, oh man. I got the best security guy possible on that secret, though, by the way. So I don't know if I'm going to get raided again, but if I do get raided again, they're not all here yet. Let's go ahead and activate our factory bonus on you. Yep, might as well. Off you go. And then same thing here. We got the Shadow of the Former Man, which is not a bad script. It's just not a great script. We can start production on this one and do the same thing. It's right in that nice range where we can be awesome with it. Okay, so everything is being made at the same time now, right? Now, we do have one film using Soundstage B2, and that film is going on for another 3 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start replacing. I'm going to replace these two with this one, with one of these bigger ones here. So we're going to demolish Soundstage 2. And in 2 days, when this one's done. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that is not good at all. Oh, I get to vote so late. I love that. Okay, well, I get to vote very late. We'll send an agent just to see what they're gonna do, but I think this is the best voting. You know, not the best, but pretty close to the best place to be in that vote. And we need to commit as much as possible to taking that down, because there's no way I can fire 80% of my security staff. No, I'm not doing that. Let's end distribution on Court of Dogs. Goodbye. City siege. Someone lays siege to a city or suffers one. Again, outstanding for my war movies coming up. Very nice, guys. Tipping is not allowed. So this movie here, enemy from the past, rival, bank robberies, looking pretty good. You know, it's limited in its ranking really by the quality of the movie that it was, but yeah. It'll make money. That's all that matters right now. It'll make money. We're just not able to win the award shows until I get 10 elements. I'm pretty sure of it. You know, the only way I'm going to be able to win before I get 10 elements is if I can just, like, I'm going to have to use every favor, call in every favor I got to just do all the dirty tricks. You know, I'm going to have to commit a lot of murders if I want that to be a thing. And maybe that's the way to play it. I don't know. Maybe that's the way to play it. I'd like to not play it that way, but you know, maybe that's the way it's designed. I don't get to write the rules here. Wendy, you can do this one. Franklin will take this one and see if you guys can bump that up. Well, I mean, you only have to bump it up to a 6. It's probably a little overkill here. Let's have Connie do that one. And no, I think Franklin's a good pick for this. You are, yeah, you're not like a misogynist or anything, so working with Connie won't be a problem. All right, off you go. Oh, okay. So 75 days to take down the creator of Bone Grinder, and it is not going to happen because they just flat out don't let you hire level 5s. They're just never available. If they are... Now, hang on a second. Not free. I want to look at... Oh, it locks it to free. I can't see... Yeah, I can't see if there's any security agents... That would make sense, I suppose. To have a list of security agents working for others, I mean, that would be a little bit broken, wouldn't it? I need to take Mei Lo away from my competitors, I think. I need to take her away. I'm going to go ahead and take her away. 5 movies. History of prostitution. I'm going to use that to my advantage here. She still wants $1 million for this, which is... That's the most I've paid anyone. But I'm going to spend $1 million to take Mei Lo away from my competitors for 5 movies. Yes. Just so I'm curious. So, if I go 5 years, it costs an extra $1 million. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use you for that many movies. This is basically 1 movie per year, though. Am I going to use you for more than 1 movie a year? Well, I'd have to use you for more than 2 movies a year. And technically, this isn't going to be there next time, so it'll cost me more next time. But if I use you for more than 2 movies a year, you're pretty good, right? 9.0 professionalism. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to do it. And I'm even going to give her a hotel suite, even though it doesn't matter. And I might do this payout thing, but like I said, I have the money. That added nothing. Like, the hotel suite adds nothing. Yeah. All right. I'm going to take her away from Gernstein. See if I can get that to happen. And then Charlie Graham, I'm going to take you away from Supreme. You guys are making really great stuff. And I want to make sure that you're not. Although you're not winning any awards. Hang on. You're not winning any awards. I guess Mei Lo isn't winning any awards either, but... yeah, I want to find who's the ones winning all the awards here. Gernstein has Arthur Gray won something. He's got 402 days left in his contract. Maybe we find an illegal tendency for you. Man, you have so little chances of succeeding. That's crazy. Like, such a small chance. Like, there's no, not gonna happen. Billy Nash is working for them. What a traitor. That's the guy who fired him and got rid of him. And you know, if I wasn't paying him, then he can do whatever he wants, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'll take the one. I'll take Mei Lo away, and then that'll be that for now. And then I think maybe I want to I'm gonna tout your achievements for the next 6 months. Yeah, 180 days. I'm gonna tout your achievements for the next 6 months. All right, see how that goes. What's next? What's next? What's next? I'm just trying to make sure that they're not gonna win, you know, get like everybody that wins all these awards. I got so much stuff coming in for my, look at this. Look at all these icons. Only half of them are legit. Okay, so voting day. Need to do something about this big time. So, yeah. Well, let's see how much of my influence I'm going to have to spend. Thanks for the help, Marganese. These guys are pretty... All right, so since they're kind of abstaining-ish, I'm going to obviously vote against it. And I'm going to... I don't know exactly if this is... They're actually going to stay neutral. It says they will. So, like, doing this is really a little bit gutsy, because if they don't, or they're... I mean, it doesn't say that they're going to vote for it. So, I should theoretically be able to win with this. Right? Theoretically. Okay, yeah. Knowing what they were going to do saved me quite a bit. So that's great. Not accepted. There we go. Nelly. Oh, yeah. I definitely need to keep you around. And everybody's getting very expensive now. But again, the women, I think, probably better to pay. God, 1.5 million. Holy cramoly. Holy cramoly. That doesn't change anything. Like, the medical coverage didn't change a thing. It's the same. So, it does not bothering with it. Yeah, 5 movies for you. Go. So, I'm starting to pay people millions now. And I really need to get going with this, actually, because I'm going to be late on this now. It's probably been sitting here a bit, at least a couple days. So Smoke Trail needs to publish as soon as possible. And it's not telling me on the side of the screen how much time I have left, but I know that I don't have much. So we're going to print this with these guys, and we're going to slam this here because I don't exactly know when it needs to release. But I know that it needs to release quickly. We're going to go, let's say, 20,000 screenings. We're going to get a lot of bonuses for this, right? So... let's just max that out and see what we can get for the first week. Second week, we'll bring this down to, like, say, 16. It's probably not going to be that much. Third week, we'll go down to, like, say, 11 of 0.4. And then we'll be a more reasonable 7K here on this one. But we're going to slam the first week as much over as we can because we're getting that bonus. This is our factory film. And we'll go ahead and do that. And let's see what we get. It's really just not that great of anything, is it? It's good for women. Great. Well, you know, these are targeting the young ones. So I feel like maybe if we do these two, it's still going to target the right demographic-ish. But I don't know. I don't know if this is right. There's really hard to avoid women in general with these ones. So this is, you know, targeting young, intelligent, etc. So these are young, and then kind of whatever here. Boys, girls, etc. We could maybe switch and put Spice Mice in there too. But yeah, we're getting a little bit crowded here. This, I think, avoids women. And it gives us coverage over the yellow areas. So I'll try that. Okay. And then we'll go with anyone. Anyone at all. Will you help a drunkard? No. You can go to the orphanage then. Who else is willing to do things? So this is Tatsuya Igawa, who is not willing to do any of these things. So Smoke Trail. Looking pretty good. Tatsuya Igawa. I think we're going to sell so much on the first week here. This is going to be insane. Yeah, it's going to max it out. Like, maxing that slider was the best thing to do. I might even want to consider adding some showings. I might, with the bonus that we're going to have here, plus this being successful, it's going to boost it up even more. I mean, it might be a little bit reckless spending, but all right, I can't because we bought all the independent theaters. You can't rent space. Okay. You can't rent space. Here we go. Okay. So that's, yeah, 38 days is what's left in this. And Smoke Trail is going to be out in 25. Whew! Definitely needed to rush that. Thank you for understanding. What's going on? 7.0. 7.0. All right. Start the post-production on this. We just need to keep it at 7. And I'll let Annie can do it. It's fine. She can get herself up to her 9.0 self pretty soon. Everybody else here is capped, so you're not going to get any extra experience for anything. So, Raphael, you're in. Wait, hang on. You're a misogynist. You're out. Theodore's in. He's lazy. You're out. Keith is in. Hey, there we go. There we go. Okay, cool. And Annie's a little arrogant, but it's fine. I don't really want an arrogant person working with a lazy person, because I feel like then the arrogant person is just going to dominate that conversation. It's going to dominate the whole thing. Lazy person is just going to be like, you know what? If you care so much about it, fine. Just do whatever you want. It's all good. Ideas, promising. We don't really have, like, a science fiction film would be nice, but I'm kind of banking up for the war movies, right? Is what we're preparing for, is banking up for war movies here. Johnny Hayes, you are too cheap for what you do for me, and I am gonna grab you. Now, again, 6.7. I forget what your thing is, but you know what? It's fine. 178k is real cheap for today. 170k is even better. 5 years for you, sir. And we can just keep kicking out movies with these guys too. So, like, I can go down and get Death Delivery Service. That's interesting. What a weird title that is. Homer's 63 years old. I feel like I got to use you fast. You only got 38 days left in your contract. I feel like if I get you for a 5-year contract, that's probably till the end of your career. You know what I mean? Fred, you can do this one. We'll give you B. Oh, we have left are the B's. Right. Well, okay, you're getting B3, not 2, 3. Because 2 is about to get broken down. So I'll give you this. At least it's a B movie. It's, you know, it's worthy of a B soundstage, this movie. Yeah, let's go there. We'll go a little bit high here, but not amazing. Yeah, we got 112 days left. We'll go Dewey on that one because we can. Let's put, let's see, antagonist gets killed, square enforcer. Antagonist gets killed probably shouldn't be getting used right here, but I've got a little bit of extra time. It'll be fine. We got over a year before Pearl Harbor, so it will be fine. Let's see. Clifton, Hubert, 3 movies left for you. Okay, you're going to be doing this one then. Our cowboy is Bill Horton. He's got 1 movie left. Outcast, tribal chief, romance, thriller, drama. Not quite what I'm looking for here. Johnny Hayes. Just hired you. You could be my cowboy. I think so. Square enforcer for this one then is going to be down here in this list. Let's do Gerald Pratt. You can definitely level him up. Yeah, sure. There you go. Okay, cool. That movie will take care of itself. Bill Ramsey wants to renew his contract as well with me. Even though he's in the hospital. He's renegotiating from the hospital. It's not a fair position, Bill. Okay? Because now you have, like, the sympathy vote. And it's like, oh, yes, absolutely. I'll give you good medical coverage for my mistakes. Here you go, buddy. You can have almost $1 million for 5 years and really great medical. Apparently, you're going to need it. Printing office upgrade is a little over a year away. Improved development's a little under a year away. Have 500 extras and a little under that. Alfred Schmidt, one of our... Shit, no, you're the head of the services department. He gave Hollywood his whole soul until a serious injury took his body. All right. He was maxed out to his upgrade bonus. Oh boy. Okay. So holding illegal gifts is Whoa! You took the whole thing away? How did that happen? I mean, I'm good with it. Is it because he died? Wait. Okay, hold on. So, the secret is attached to him. It's not attached to the department. It's attached to him. So when he died, the entire secret goes away because it doesn't matter because it was him. This also means there's a problem here, though, guys. This also means that I now need to hire somebody that is willing to play ball. You know? I need to hire somebody that's willing to play ball on the illegal gifts again. So these guys are basically the same amount of money. So I have Eliza Morris and Brian Davis. Now, this one's a 4-year contract. This one's a 5. That just makes it easier to manage. And then there's a level 3 here, which is only a moderate increase, but I already start with the 20%. I like it. Now, he is less likely to play ball, but he gets the bonuses, remember, once I hire him to his mood. So he's now at least a little bit more loyal, but I think he needs to be more loyal to do it. Now, here's the other thing, too. The other guy was willing to acquire the illegal gifts for me. This guy's not. There's no agreement reached. However, I think they still keep coming in. So I don't need to reach an agreement with him because we'll have this. So that's actually worked out okay. I get the order in for all the stuff that was taken from me, and I'm still going to get it anyway. But now the secret's totally gone. Downside, my agent doesn't have the ability to, police surveillance. I mean, probably should do that thing that he said. So successful bribe is 45%. The thing is, like, I have protection from it now. And, like, you're so close, Howard. Come on, man. Come on, Howard. Time to look for illegal tendencies, Howard. On somebody who's not with us. Let's go to Gernstein. We'll do this with Gernstein's people. Margaret, we already know that she's a saint. Bessie. Does Bessie have any? Howard? It's just such a small chance of success. Like, it's so low. What about the search for dirt instead? Can we find dirt on Bessie Patterson? It's, again, so low of chances to work. It's crazy. Maybe we'll threaten her. Maybe we'll try that. Gernstein, Bessie Patterson. I probably should go after Arthur. He's the one that's winning awards, right? So again, super low chances to succeed. It's really crazy. Like, what's the point of having a leveled up agent if all it gives you is an extra 1%? Like, look at the differences between Anthony and Howard. But there's a huge contrast in. There's a huge amount of money difference here too. That's been invested in these guys. Like, this is a level 4, nearly maxed out level 5. I was assuming anyway that level 5 was maxed out, but now it was saying, level 5 or higher on that quest. But like, there's just no difference, it seems. A slight change in your chances to critically fail, but otherwise, like, success is just so low. And all of them too. It's maybe they're all protected by other agents. Maybe they have protection. But it doesn't matter who I do this against. That's wild. All right. Search for dirt. I need you to be successful in something. That's why we're doing this. It's just 7% is not where I'm at on this. Billy Nash, 7%. It's not worth taking the chance. Cornelius. All right, we're gonna have to do something to Gernstein's editor. I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can think of to get that guy level 5 is to pay for it, but at this point, it's too late because it'll take 120 days anyway. It's only a 50% chance. And he's so close to being successful. It just doesn't seem like it's worth it. So I'm gonna have to put him on film sets. And that's it. That's the only thing I can do. That's wild. So let's see. So basically what happens is, all right, that's great. Nice job, Felix. Well done. a good writer, right? Got him through the school. But basically what happens is like, I guess when you're buying illegal gifts, the secret is attached to the head of the department, not the studio, which I find crazy because, yeah, all you got to do is, you know, if your guy, the head of the services department dies, the secret doesn't matter anymore. It's very cool. Tipping is not allowed. We can go a little bit more here. Let's put you at like, say, 1600 on the first week. We actually can't do anything on the second week because Smoke Trail is taking all of it. So we just won't have any showings that week. We'll go 500 on the third week and 400 on the week after that. So there's just going to be a big dip here. And there's no reason in continuing the advertising because of that big dip going to happen. So it's fine. Escape from Springfield is an A, though. We're getting a max 5 stars from Exquisite Cinematique. Nearly brilliant. Bravo. Wow. Friday Partner, same thing. 5 stars. We might have ourselves an award-winning film starring Harry Larson. Alan Calhoun is the protagonist, or is the antagonist. He's not hired and he is dead, actually, right? Yes, right. He's dead. He got that mysterious illness after filming. So we have 5-star rating from 3 different reviewers. And then Bone Grinder hates it. But, like, that's crazy. Thanks to the brilliant work of Alan Calhoun, we've yet to fully come to terms with just who we've lost. I love that that's so good. Like, I love that this review is taking into account the events that happened, right? We've yet to fully come to terms with who we've lost, right? Because he died. Alan Calhoun performed his part perfectly. We hope his death was quick and painless. A movie that doesn't inspire any emotion. Okay. This movie will stay with you. What a shame we learned the full scope of Alan Calhoun's talent only after his death. Yeah. That's nutty. Okay. That's a Heath Ledger kind of thing, you know? I feel like we really found his range. We really fully discovered his range was much higher than his previous roles gave him credit for, and we really discovered that after his death. You know, that's the unfortunate bit there. All right, Cake Eater. Okay, now level 9, Clyde. Obviously, we're doing this because I might lose somebody, and I don't want to have to deal with it later. So 4%, it's something, but at least it's permanent. And then we'll go here for Cake Eater and get that onto the schedule as well. We know that Smoke Trail is going to do great on its first week, but I don't know how well it's going to do later. We'll place this here. And I'm going to give it its first week. I'm going to give it, let's say 14. Let's go like 13K, 13.6. Drop down second week to 9. It's say 8,600. We'll go third week, we'll be down to about 55, and then fourth week, we'll bring it down to like 39. I'm not sure why you're bringing me all the way over here. Let's come back over here, yeah? All right, so it's scooted me 1 week, and that's okay. For the 6-week print. And then once we get our own printing, it'll be even better, huh? All right, it's pretty broad. We'll just keep it broad here. We'll do this. It's fine. And I don't think there's really a whole lot going on here. Yeah, didn't think so. All right. So we'll continue without tricks, and that'll be that. All right, lots of developments happened today. It is a continuing effort to try to get ourselves more and more money, more and more influence. So we need to start a banquet again. So let's hold another one. I'm going to go with this one. And I think I want to start influencing FSAA just a little bit here. I played defense today in this video, but I feel like, you know, getting some of these out of here would be okay. We have some finales that I would like to, you know, maybe take a look at here too. Protagonist commits suicide. Antagonist escapes justice. Protagonist avoids punishment. Protagonist redemption. I don't know if those are all that interesting to me. I do have some movies with alcohol. I do have a movie now with Untamed Sex. I do have, I think Vivid Violence is going to need to be maybe something we take a look at getting rid of just for the sake of like really showing war, if you will. We don't necessarily need these two, but I do have a script with this that's still sitting there waiting to be used. So yeah, that's not a big deal though. They're not it's not really all that big of a deal to remove these, I guess. But yeah, anyway, we'll probably get to the point where we're going to finish off 1940 next video, and we'll see whether or not we have any chance at winning an award. We'll also probably start working on our technologies at that point as well, which is going to be a big deal. Okay, so take it easy. Love your faces. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. We'll leave you with how the very top did in its filming. It's just here. It's not that impressive. We don't really have anything remarkable coming up the pipeline. It's mostly just a bunch of like factory movies in that mid-range. It's going to make us some money leading into making war movies. Okay, nothing special. All right, see you later. Bye-bye.